Hey everyone, welcome back to lizfenwickdiy. In today's video, I'm sharing with you my favorite Dollar Tree Christmas DIYs that I did last year. So I just pulled out my favorite ones and thought it would be fun to show them all to you in one video. So the first one that I'm going to show you is a video I did called Days Until Christmas, and these were some really simple and fun DIYs to make. So the first one is covering up a pillow of any sorts that you have on hand with the buffalo check scarves that you can find at Dollar Tree. These are out again this year, so I think you could definitely use these. So what you want to do is just cut off the excess strings at the bottom. Make sure you have a pretty nice and sharp pair of scissors for this. Then you're going to take any pillow. This is kind of, I would say, a smaller pillow like the one I used. And you're just going to fold it over so that it sits evenly in between your pillow. Next, you just want to cut off the excess and give yourself about an inch or two overhang. Then to attach it to your pillow, just use a little bit of hot glue and then fold it over so that it holds in place. And the cool thing about this is you can keep it like this, or you can take it off after the holidays, whatever you want to do. Next, I made this really cute Days Until Christmas sign. So what you're gonna need is a white charger plate, and then I got some chalkboard paint that you can pick up at Walmart. To spray the inside, I decided to use painter's tape to tape it off. So I just went around the edge and just tried to make as precise of a circle as I can. You kind of have to go slow whenever you're doing this to make sure that it gets on there nice and even. Once you get your plate taped off, you want to come outside and just spray paint it. And then once that has a chance to dry, take off all of your excess tape. Now, to disguise that line that I had, I just found some beads that I had on hand, and I'm just going to hot glue around the edge to hold the beads in place. That way you're not going to see where I messed up. Next, I went into Cricut Design Space and I made a little thing that said Days Until Christmas. And you can do this on your phone. You can also do this on your computer. I really think the Cricut Design Space is super user friendly, and I get asked all the time, should I get a Cricut? Should I get a Silhouette? For me, the Cricut is just the easiest one. And what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be cutting this out on glitter vinyl, and you just wanna set it to vinyl, and then once your Cricut's ready to go, you'll press that C button and it's going to cut out your text. Then I will just weed it out and make sure I pull out all the excess in between the letters. I'm going to individually put the letters on there because I'm going to kind of put them at an angle with my plate. To finish off the top, I just took some of that really cute burlap ribbon that they have at Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to wrap it around to make a bow. And then in the center, I'll just tie it with a little bit of twine. To fluff out the bow, I'll just spread it apart so it looks nice and full. To disguise the center, I'm just going to hot glue some of that bead that I used earlier around the center. Now the fun thing about this is because it's a chalkboard sign, you can use chalk, you can also use fabric pen markers, write on there how many days you have until Christmas. And then I'll just attach it to the top of my plate with some more hot glue. The next project I'm going to make are some really cute candles. So you're going to need 3 candles from Dollar Tree. You're also going to need some snowflakes, and then the same red ribbon that I was using earlier. And all I'm going to do is wrap this ribbon around my candle, and then I'm going to hot glue it so that the ribbon is in the center of the candle. And then to finish it off, I'm just going to hot glue a snowflake to the front of my candle. And how adorable are these sitting out for Christmas? The next video I did was a really adorable Believe tree. And this is definitely a Dollar Tree project that you can put together. So you want to get some tumble towers for this project. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna start forming a Christmas tree. I don't know about you guys, but I always think it's fun to put together projects with these tumble towers. So right now I'm just putting together a stem for my tree. And then I'm just going to start putting together different variations in sizes. So I'm going to start with like 5, and then I'll do a couple that are 5 long, and then I'll do some that are 4, working my way up until I get to 1 block. And then what I'm gonna do is just kind of stagger these around so that it looks full and it makes a really cute tree, but it's kind of rustic too because I'm using these tumble tower blocks. I made one of these for Halloween too and did a pumpkin. So I think these are so cute, and I think you can come up with so many different projects with these little tumble tower blocks. So once I get all of my rows put together, then I'm simply just going to attach them all with some more hot glue. Now to make it look a little bit more rustic, I'm just coming in with some white paint and lightly painting this. I'm not covering up all of it because I love the look of the wood, and I just think it makes it pop just a little bit more to add a little bit of white to it. Next, I'm going to use some brown acrylic paint at the base to put on my stem. And then I'm going to be adding in this believe sign going across it just to make it look a little bit fancy. I forgot how much I loved this project last year. I think it was really cute. And then I'm just gonna take that same little piece that was on the top of the ornament and put it to the top. And I just think it's adorable. This next project is a great way to make use out of all of the gift bags that they have at Dollar Tree. So what you're gonna need is a gift bag, some tissue paper, and an 11 by 14 Dollar Tree frame. So I decided I wanted to Mod Podge this frame. So I'm gonna cut out that tissue paper, and then I'm just going to paint on some Mod Podge around the frame. And then I'll simply just take that tissue paper and wrap it around the front first and then along the side. This is just a fun variation instead of painting your frame. And I will repeat that on all 4 of the sides, making sure that I flip it over and tuck in the front side of it so that when I put it all back together, it looks nice and clean. Once I get it all covered with the tissue paper, I'm gonna do a light layer of Mod Podge on the top. That's just gonna seal everything and make it look nice. Now to cut out my bag, I'm gonna use the glass and just trace around the bag. The glass is perfect because you can see through it and center it, and I love doing that. And then I'm just going to cut out my bag. So keep an eye out for the Dollar Tree bags and look around, see what may work for you as far as signs. And just in general, the Dollar Tree gift bags are such a good deal. I mean, I love them. And then I'm just going to add that into my frame, and that's all there is to it. Now I know we need a lot of cake plates around this time of year, so I got a Dollar Tree silver cake plate and one of their really decorative candle stands to put together to make a cake plate. So if you're setting up a buffet or just wanting to display for $2, you can have a really gorgeous cake plate. The next project is a really cute wreath that I made last year. Dollar Tree has out these green wreath forms. So you want to pick up 2 of them because they're pretty skimpy as is. You also want to get some of the wreath filler. So take the tags off, and then I just simply started spreading all of the branches out, going outward. And then I'm going to place both wreaths on top of each other once I have a chance to spread them apart. Then I'm just going to take a branch and kind of tuck it under the other wreath just to attach them together so that they hold in place. And then to make it look even fuller, I'm going to be using those green pieces just to tuck around to give them just a little bit more fullness. It's also going to help to secure them together. And I'll go around the tree putting a few more branches in, and if I see anywhere that looks sparse, I'll just add a couple. Now I'm going to be using these little foam balls that they sell at Dollar Tree. And then I'm going to take one of the buffalo check scarves. I'm going to wrap it around the ball and then hold it in place in the back. I'm going to cut off any excess. And then I'm just simply going to take the hot glue and hold it in place. My goal here is to make it look smooth from the front so you can't see it. So I'm just going to be hot gluing it down so it looks nice and pulled tight. And I'm going to repeat that with all of the foam balls that I have. Now I grabbed some Dollar Tree cute ornaments and I'm just going to be attaching those by putting them through a branch. I'll be putting out some snowflakes that I got at Dollar Tree as well, and then just placing the different balls that I put in around, making sure I like the way it looks before I hot glue anything down. Okay, and then I'm just going to go in, hot glue everything down to my wreath now that I like the way that it looks. And here's a look at how my adorable wreath turned out. The next project we're going to be doing was a video I did with a Christmas mat and 3 other really cute Dollar Tree DIYs. So the first thing I'm gonna make is this cute tray. I picked this up at the thrift store for, I'm assuming, probably $1 or so. And then I also have this marble paper. You can get this on Amazon. You can also pick it up at Walmart. And what I'm gonna do is I like to just use my fingernails to measure out how far I need to cut. So I'm just gonna go around and kind of push my fingernails in there to make cutting lines for myself. And then I'll pull it up, flip it over on the back, and just try to cut a straight line. And I'll repeat those steps with the edge as well. Then I will gently start in one corner and try to push it down. Now I like to just pull part of it off in the corner, and then I'll gently pull it off and then try to press it down from the corner so that I don't get any bubbles. If you get a big bubble, you can always pull it up and start over. Don't feel like you have to leave it in place. And then to finish it off, I'm gonna put the Blessed stencil that they still have at Dollar Tree. This is probably one of my favorite stencils they have, and I like how it's nice and big. Next, I'm gonna be making this really cute little joy container. So you want an ice bucket from Dollar Tree. I also have some of their glitter ribbon and then some of their picks. They still have all of this stuff out this year. So you're just going to take that glitter ribbon and you're going to put it around the back, cut it off, and then hot glue it in place. Next, I'm going to fill the container up with some picks. And then I'm going to take a really cute joy ornament and just hot glue it to the inside of my bucket. And how cute is that, and so simple. Next, I'm going to make this adorable Merry Christmas mat. So you just need the Merry Christmas sign as well as a plain mat that they sell at Dollar Tree. You're going to take your sign, put it in the middle. You want to use your Waverly White chalk paint. I don't attach this to the rug at all. I like to just hold it in place. And then you're just going to start pressing the paint into your rug. This will kind of break down the foam brush. You may end up having to use 2 foam brushes, but just make sure you can see that my hands are right next to where I'm putting the paint in. That's just going to keep it from going underneath my stencil. So make sure wherever you're painting, you're just holding it tightly in place. And you also want to make sure that you get up close to the edge of your stencil. That way you have really crisp words whenever you pull it off. And I think for $2, this is an adorable rug to put out at Christmas. I hope you guys found some great inspiration with all of these projects that I shared from last year. I know it was really fun for me to look back on the projects that I made. If you're new to my channel, make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our new DIYs. And if you missed our last video, I'll link it here for you. And I'll talk to you guys in our next one. Bye!